far this has been, I understand why dealers charge what they do to put new catalytic converters on. This is not fun. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and another episode of In Over My Head. Behind me here is my 2016 Jeep Wrangler Sport that we call Project Midlife because I'm almost 40 and I wanted to embrace that. So I bought a Jeep instead of a sports car because this is actually my dream vehicle for years. What I wanted was a four-door Wrangler Sport. They're like, why a Sport, Eddie? Why not a Rubicon? Great question. Because the stuff I want to do to it, it didn't make sense to buy a Rubicon because I want to rip out the motor and most of the drivetrain eventually down the road. Why spend the extra on a Rubicon when you can just buy a Sport and enjoy it while you can? So when I bought this, I was supposed to go grocery shopping. I will link the video at the end screen. So once you guys are watching this video, if you want to see the whole story behind me supposed to go grocery shopping with my son and ending up with this Jeep, I'll put that at the end for y'all to watch that for your enjoyment. So when I bought the Jeep, did the thing you always have to do. I had to go through the finance manager. And of course, he wants to sell you the kitchen sink package. Wants to extended warranty, gap insurance, oil change, all the extra things. And I said, no, thank you. Especially the extended warranty. Yeah, that was a great decision. So he was talking to me about the extended warranty. Like, man, with this Jeep, you really should buy an extended warranty because the computer on this thing alone could be $600 to a couple $1,000, and parts on that are pretty expensive. I'm like, my exact words to him, well, man, I've got a YouTube channel. Worst case scenario, me and my buddies will fix it. It'll make great content for the channel. Yeah. So about 2 months ago, my check engine light came on while I was driving. I'm like, I'm sure that's fine. It's not going to be anything expensive, right? I took it to my buddy Matt at Greasy Corner Garage. He's like, let me scan it for you. I'll see what we can do. He's like, oh man, it's scanning for catalytic converters. But it could just be an O2 sensor or oxygen sensor, whatever. I'm still learning. A sensor. It's an oxygen sensor, 100%. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. So it could just be an oxygen sensor, but a lot of times what dealerships will do is they'll replace everything because they don't want to have to do it again. But if it's running fine, just let it go. And it's been a couple months and it's not running fine. In fact, my son and I went to go to Cars and Coffee last month or a couple weeks ago. It decided to go in low power mode. ABS lights are coming on, the traction control, and I'm like, cool. And my wife was following me a little while ago and she's like, you're smoking like a diesel. So I did the research and realized it's the expensive part. It's probably the catalytic converters. It might be the $50 sensors, and we'll go that route. So I went online, looked at Amazon. Yeah, I know, calm down, I know. I looked at Amazon. I could get them for $200. And I almost went with it, but I was kind of uneasy about it. And I looked at Summit and I'm like, oh, they're more, but they're probably a lot better part. So I did the right thing and I ordered the ones from Summit. What I keep telling myself is I spent almost $1,000 on exhaust. I don't say I almost spent $1,000 on catalytic converter because that just hurts. But on this episode, I'm going to attempt to replace driver's side and passenger side catalytic converters. I think it's just the passenger side, but I figured why not just replace them both and go from there. So let's get in here and see what we got to do. This is going to be highly entertaining for you guys, I hope. I've never done this, but it's 4 bolts on each side and an oxygen sensor on a lifted Jeep. It's fine. It's fine. Good thing I made strong coffee. First things first, I'm going to crawl under here. I kind of already did. And what I can see is, I think taking this inner fender well out, which might not be horrible. But that's the one nice thing about a lifted Jeep. Yeah. Tech tip of the day: if you don't have a creeper and you've got driveways like I do, where you got cement, grass, cement, save your chicken feed bags. Then you can roll around on those. And why is the vice under? I'm going to use that as a camera mount if I got to get underneath here, so you guys can still watch. Think ahead. I watched a video And when I didn't watch, I mean, I skimmed through it, and the guy was putting on different fender flares. But I think if I take off all these 10 millimeter bolts, I should just be able to kind of whoop the fender down without breaking stuff. Because I really don't want to take all these clips off. Should. No, I don't know. My thought is if I can loosen enough, I'll make it work. I need a magnet tray. Yep. Magnet tray. I guess what? I don't need the extension. I need that. Definitely need that. Some Jeep guys probably watching this saying, "Don't do this, man. You're gonna screw it all up." Got a lot. He said 10. He said 10. Oh. Okay, that's a 10. It's 10. Yep. I definitely know what I'm doing, guys. Remember, you watch this channel because I know. Because I know what I'm doing. What the heck? That's a weird bolt, but it's Jeep, so. Am I surprised by that? Nope. Break something? Look at this bolt, it's weird. I mean, so I'm gonna try to put them in order where they came off. And then when I screw this up later on, when I try to put it back together, I'll just rewatch my own video because I've never had to do that before. All right, so I watched some videos. You know, normally I'm really good about watching videos before I do a project. But I'm like, this one should be simple. Yeah, it is. If you take the tire off so you can get in here. And I was realizing that about 20 minutes ago that I need to take the tire off, but I really don't like taking the tires off because they're a pain in the butt. But, you know, got the impact out and I'm going to get another battery charging. Yeah, so we're going to take the tire off. Yep. I haven't even got to the hard part yet. So I'll give you all a time lapse of this part because it's going to be kind of boring. And I want to bring you along for the ride. So, yep, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, guys, make sure to stay on for me because last video I realized that I must have bumped it with the door of the truck. So that's why I get a little further back. So would you guys know it that apparently if you take the wheel off and the inner fender wall off your Jeep, you can get in there and just boop. I was mad because I dropped a screwdriver, brand new screwdriver, and it's like boop, 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 boop. Gone forever, I thought. Nope, it's right there. So I got a jack and a jack stand. I got the O2 sensor off. Everything was fine. Yeah, it's fine. You know, I was gonna laugh because I bought gloves. Good thing I got TKA wipes for these when I'm done. Let's get this off. Ooh. I'm probably gonna regret that later. But right now, I'm really happy because I can get right here. You guys are like me and have an uneven driveway. These garden seats are awesome because you got the inflated tires, so kind of stay stable. And I really like it. Well, you know, had to take the wheel off, inner fender well off, and I didn't get frustrated at all and didn't have to watch 2 separate YouTube videos to figure out how to do this. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I, I, I really do have it now. It was all about taking the Jeep apart and took the fender more off the fender than I needed to, but I really, at first I thought I just need to take that off. And then I realized I could not get this stupid sensor undone because a 35-inch tire is kind of hard to hug when you're trying to get in a, that was supposed to happen, a small space. So then I looked online and said, hey, thanks to O'Reilly's YouTube videos, I'm not ashamed to admit that I watch YouTube videos to figure this out because I've never done it before. Morning, Mr. Brown, afternoon. That you got to take the tire off and your inner fender well. Now, I am 2 bolts away from dropping it.
So you haven't put the new ones on?
No.
This side, or did you do both?
This side is the problem, so I'm going to start with this side. See how it goes, because this is where all the noise is coming from.
So you're not going to replace the second one?
I'm going to if I have time today. The main thing is getting this side fixed. I know this is the main problem. I should have enough time to do both now that I know what I'm doing. Yeah. I got this now, honey. All right, we got Victor on one side. It's all out. I don't know what a bad cat looks like. Not sure, but that thing was not fun to get out. But I'm going to flip you guys around so you can see something. Now, this bolt, I was wondering where it was. It was stuck in there, and it was kind of broken, so I don't know if that just gave out or what the deal is. And I don't know how the heck I'm going to get that one in on the new one. And question is, do we replace these sensors now? Because I don't know if I can get those back out. I don't know. Gotta come back. Been a fun adventure. Sorry I had to time lapse you guys. My neighbor has been blowing leaves for like 2 hours. I had to go to O'Reilly's. I made the decision because where these oxygen sensors are to go ahead and replace them. I know I probably could have switched them, but my biggest fear is if they're bad, I don't want to do all this again. All this, and I might still have to do the other side. So I was under the Jeep for a while because once I got this bolted in up here with those bolts, the pipe at the bottom decided it didn't want to line up. It was off by probably an inch. So I take screwdrivers in there and get it going back and forth. That was an adventure. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get some zip ties because the O2 sensors, I hope I did it right because they're both the same according to the guy at O'Reilly's. I don't know. They plugged in, they look the same. I hope it's right. Jeep sounds better. I'm going to get some zip ties, tie up some loose things, put the inner fender well in, and put the tire back on. Then I'll get back to you guys. So far this has been, I understand why dealers charge what they do to put new catalytic converters on. This is not fun. But it was fun to learn how to do it and overcome it and get it done. So get some zip ties and tie this up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching this video. I know this wasn't the most exciting video, changing a catalytic converter on a 2016 Jeep Wrangler. But you know what? I feel really good. This is something I've never done before. I think I fixed it, but I can say I know how to do it. Just know we're all not going to become overnight mechanics. Just remember, the people that are good at working on cars, it's because they do stuff like this. They got out there, they tried, they learned from other people. My goal with this channel is not to become a master mechanic by any means. I want to learn how to do a lot of different things. And my goal is to inspire others to get out there in their driveway, no matter what kind of driveway they have or what kind of vehicle it is, get out there, learn how to work on it, and just have some fun. Was this frustrating? Absolutely. This was super stressful with the exhaust not lining up and not knowing if this is going to work because my wife's got to take my son to a doctor's appointment tomorrow and I got to go to work. So it's like, you know, those things can get a little stressful, but I actually had fun doing this. And I'm ready for the next project, which might be the driver's side catalytic converter because I have it and I don't know, I'm going to drive it around, see if the check engine light comes off. I'm rambling. I'm tired. I got to go in. Well, I got to put all this stuff away and go in and do some Christmas stuff because got to get ready for Christmas. Thank you guys for watching. You guys got any tips or things you want to talk about? Drop it in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, happy hunting, everybody. Man, I'm tired. This is going to take a while to clean up.